So a race that is really heating up is I guess the Democratic primary between Charles Booker and Amy McGrath in Kentucky, and whoever wins that will go up against what is it, Mitch McConnell in November. And I highly recommend checking out Charles Booker if you are a voter in Kentucky. I would look into both of their platforms as we're going to do here and figure out which one is going to actually help the working people of Kentucky and the United States as opposed to just protecting the status quo. The former is Charles Booker, the latter is Amy McGrath. I mean, let's be real here. Let's just check out his campaign ad. I've watched this a while back. It's really powerful, and then we'll dive in to both candidates.
If you have faith, just the name of the man I'm talking about, but he doesn't know your name. He doesn't see you in the hospital bed or the checkout line or at the safety drills in your classroom. He doesn't see you at all. How many times are we going to re-elect politicians who don't laugh at our jokes, who don't sing at our churches, or who wouldn't call to show us support when we get laid off or get in a car wreck?
Dude's legit.
He doesn't need hope or faith. He's got money and power. And the more power he's won in Washington, the more we've lost in Kentucky. This millionaire friends mine our land, our labor, without paying a living wage. He denies climate change, and he denies us a future.
Against Mitch McConnell.
And this man knows more than anybody how to work the system
Turtle
in Washington.
Man, dude's trash.
He's the architect, but he's done nothing for Kentucky.
Yep.
Because he's not your neighbor. He's not your brother. He ain't even from here. So I grew up in the west end of Louisville. I live in 40203, the poorest zip code in the state. Growing up, I remember so often my mom would go without eating dinner just to save food for me. Yeah. But I still went to school hungry and tired sometimes. I lived that. And I knew it didn't have to be that way. So I had faith that things could get better. I had faith because I saw my grandparents opening up their homes to foster care. I saw my neighbors fighting back on the picket line. And I saw my uncle become an advocate after my cousin was murdered. Teachers, students, union leaders, we're all believers. And my mom always told me that if you have faith, just the size of a mustard seed, you can speak to a mountain, and that mountain has to move. I'm not the alternative to Mitch McConnell. We are.
I love it.
This isn't the type of deal where someone can just run for office, or someone can just ask for your vote. Nah, I'm asking for that kind of perseverance you only find in Kentucky. I'm asking us to build that kind of community you only find in Kentucky. Kentucky needs a movement. And we need to start talking about our dreams again.
Out there in the
we
streets
need a Green New
with the
Deal
people.
to create thousands of good jobs right here in the Commonwealth to help us do what we do best. Take care of one another. We can guarantee new jobs for teachers and nurses, build new hospitals and schools, and we can win Medicare for all so that nobody has to die because they don't have money in their pocket. We can win real democracy in Washington and the workplace. And when we win, we show that something new is happening in Kentucky. Because we're not a joke. We're not a tragedy. I know Kentucky is the future. And America should follow our lead.
Damn, was that not a powerful campaign video or what? And then Amy McGrath has said that she's a pro-Trump Democrat before. And look, the dude's just legit. The dude is legit. He's out there in the streets. He's out there protesting police brutality. And then Amy McGrath is interviewed like, why, Amy, are you going to be out at the protest? She's like, oh, I have some family stuff going on. I can't exactly do that right now. Let's check out Charles Booker's interview.
The people, united, will never be divided. The people, united, will never be divided. The people, united, will never be divided.
Look at that, man. The dude's just legit.
The people, united, will never be divided. The people, united.
The dude is legit. Look at this. Love to see it. Surging in Kentucky. Fuck yeah. Pretty close. Look at that. As soon as I get done making this video, I'm going to make a small donation to his campaign. If you're able to, I would highly suggest doing the same. Nick Offerman, he's supporting him as well. Dig it. Jefferson Davis statue coming down. I like this. Amy McGrath is trying to throw shade at him. So she said, "Congratulations, Charles, on your fundraising. Now you will have the resources to actually provide health insurance to your staff and pay your interns $15 an hour like we do." I understand, Amy. You're getting nervous about our campaign, but no, people will never forget you're against guaranteeing healthcare as a human right, because she doesn't support universal healthcare or Medicare for all, and you oppose raising the minimum wage to $15. Your tweet won't hit the way your consultants think. Seeing you on June 23rd. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Look at this. Okay, and then let's just look at her Twitter feed. And then we're gonna look at their is that it? No, that's not it. Amy right there. Don't see any videos of her out in the streets, do you? Nope. She's not out there fighting against police brutality. Making videos from her house. What do you know? A little different, right? Bunch of bullshit, if you ask me. Alright, and then let's go to their platforms. Here is Amy McGrath on healthcare. I do not currently support single payer system, doesn't support universal healthcare, doesn't support Medicare for all, even though upwards 70 to 80% of Democratic voters support a single payer Medicare for all system. She doesn't support it. She supports ridiculous fucking public option. Alright, what else? I mean, that's a no-go right there. If she doesn't support Medicare for all, universal health care, Charles Booker does, why would you support her? I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Mitch McConnell light right here, Amy McGrath. Let's see climate change. Let's see if she supports the Green New Deal, as Charles Booker does. Bunch of platitudes. Nothing, literally nothing about, what the fuck? This is her part on climate change. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, this is pathetic. Oh my god. And then she's just bringing it back to, oh my god. The global issue. We need leaders that get it. And here you have fucking 3 paragraphs of absolutely nothing. Jesus Christ. Okay, so doesn't support a Green New Deal. Doesn't support universal health care. Does she support canceling student loan debt, as Charles Booker does? If I had to guess, I would say she doesn't. Let's see. Oh my god, and then she's fucking Pete Buttigieg it here. A national service program is a practical solution for college that allows young people to get back to their communities in exchange for debt-free higher education. Amy McGrath, Mitch McConnell light. Yay, vote for me. Don't vote for Charles Booker, the candidate who's actually wants to fight to make the world a better place for people in Kentucky and the United States. I mean, I could tell you, I knew she wasn't going to support that shit. And guess what? She doesn't. Nothing would fundamentally change with her as a senator. We need people, elected officials, state, local, national level, as this, Senate holder would be, to actually stand up and fight for the working people of Kentucky and across the United States. She would not do that. She wants to protect the fucking status quo and come up with these ridiculous plans that do not do nearly enough to help the people most in need. It is a fucking practical solution, you dumbass. Basically, every other industrialized country in the world has universal health care, has tuition-free college. Not that fucking difficult. And how would that help? Increase national service opportunities from around 66,000 a year to 200,000. You know, it's like, what, 45, 50 million people are shackled with student loan debt. What's going to happen to those other tens of millions? Jesus Christ, dude. God damn, she's fucking horrible. Why would you support Amy McGrath over Charles Booker? Sincerely. And let's see about foreign policy. I bet she's not calling to gut our bloated military industrial complex. Yeah, American flag, yeah, fuck yeah. West relentless when it comes to seeking nuclear non-proliferation in the world. Okay, then are you saying that the U.S. should also get rid of their nuclear weapons? I think they should. Are you? I bet not. Alright, let's see what kind of bullshit she's saying about Iran. I'm not gonna like it. Oh my god, really? Iran's destabilizing the Middle East? You know what? Trump assassinated Soleimani in Iraq. Very could have, well, if Iran didn't show restraint, could have started a fucking World War III. And you're saying Iran is the one destabilizing the Middle East? Get the fuck out of here with that. Jesus Christ. And then she's probably going to prop up Israel and all their human rights violations. Yeah, it's just more fucking bullshit, and probably more bullshit about North Korea. The only reason Kim Jong-un wants to have nuclear weapons capabilities is so he can protect himself, for fuck's sake. I mean, Jesus Christ. Alright, fuck that. Just so much fucking bullshit and status quo. Medicare for all, look, supports that. Boom. Healthcare is a human right, and that's why Charles believes the United States must pass Medicare for all. Boom. Got me right there. Also supports a Green New Deal. She doesn't support either of those. She's horrible. He is much better. Again, I do not know why you would vote for Amy McGrath over Charles Booker. Supports a UBI. Didn't see anything on her website about that. Kentucky's poverty rate is 28% higher than the national average. Wow. And the average Kentucky income is 80% of the national average. That is nuts. I love it. Supports a universal basic income in order to promote financial freedom and ownership, not just for labor force, as a pathway to prosperity and for Kentuckians. The dude is legit. I mean, Green New Deal, Medicare for all, UBI, immigration reform, student loan debt. Okay, let's see what he has. We saw that Amy McGrath doesn't support getting rid of student loan debt. She wants to create opportunities for a couple 100,000 people to able, or so they could work it off. Charles supports student loan debt forgiveness and believes a bachelor's, I mean, I think it should be all higher education, but it's obviously much better than her. Believes that a bachelor's degree at a public university should be free to Americans the same way that K through 12 is. Money out of politics. Organized labor. COVID-19. Let's see what he's got to say here. Boom. Cash payments, ensure paid sick leaves, suspend student. The dude is legit. Again, you can see from his platform and his videos, wants to legalize bud. Fuck yeah, dude. Reproductive rights. Common sense supporting the LGBTQ community. The dude is legit, man. Come on. Again. Why would you support Amy McGrath over Charles Booker, for fuck's sake? Really? Really? Alright, I'm going to leave the link to his campaign in the description box down below. I highly recommend, if you're able to donate to Charles Booker's campaign, please do. Like I said, I'm going to make a small donation on my own as soon as I get done editing and posting this video. I think their primary election is on June 23rd, so it's coming up less than 10 days. Let's make sure he defeats Amy McGrath. I think he would stand, frankly, a much better chance of beating Mitch McConnell than Amy McGrath would as well. And he actually has a platform that is going to drastically improve the lives of the working people in Kentucky and the United States. Amy McGrath does not have that whatsoever, both domestic and foreign policy. She's horrible. And again, just not supporting Medicare for all alone. I mean, read the fucking tea leaves. 70 to 80% of Democratic voters support that. She doesn't. She doesn't. Okay. Peace. Much love.